Hello, my beautiful mystic hearts, and welcome to your love reading for today. We're going to get straight into it today. So we're going to tap into your energy. So I'll use the Love Oracle cards firstly, and we'll just check in with you just to see what energy is around you at the moment, and then we'll tap into the connection with the person on your mind. So I'm going to use the tarot for that. It will be a beautiful deck that I've got. It's the Sacred Web deck that I'll be using. And that'll really just give us some insights onto what's happening around you, and to, the things that we need to look at and potentially work on. Beautiful. So as I said, we'll get straight into it. As I just put your energy through these cards, I'll just shuffle these here. And just ask your spirit team as to what messages need to come through. What do you need to hear today? What is around you at the moment? What's your energy? So I've already got cards jumping out at me, but let's just split the deck and let's just see what's actually around you. All right, so we've got, split the deck on these two. So we've got I like you, so someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun flirting, wanting to date, and separation. So what I'm getting from this is that you are trying to get back out there at the moment. So I think that you are currently in separation from your divine, from the person who is on your mind, from your divine connection. And I think that you've done a lot of sadness about it. I think that there has been some distance from some time. So whether that's physical distance, emotional distance, or probably both. Then I think that this, it has been around you for a while, and I think that this is really causing you a lot of sadness. I think you're in a lot of reflection at the moment. But in saying that, I think you are trying to get back out there. So you're wanting to, it's been because you've been in separation from this person. I feel like you're wanting to get back out there. You're wanting to get out there and date. You might have even just put yourself onto a dating site. I'm seeing that someone actually just getting back out there on your socials as well. But yeah, like I said, you might have actually just put yourself onto a dating website, getting out there. Maybe your friend might have just set you up with someone as well. I'm getting that message come through for at least one of you as well, that maybe you've just been on a blind date or something along those lines, just to tie you to this reading. So I would actually say to you as well is to not make these details fit. So you will know pretty early on with the details that I'm going to give you. I will keep it quite detailed. So with these details, you will know pretty early on if this is going to be your message or not. Try not to make these details fit. If this isn't your reading, if this is not resonating, then that's totally fine. Then there'll be other readings I upload that will resonate with you. On the other token as well, maybe this isn't your reading, but maybe there could be things in here that your team is asking you to use discernment, because there might be a message in here that you might be needing to hear. So yep. So back to these cards again. So we've got I like you and separation. Yep. So as I said, so I think you're trying to get back out there. Also, you're probably trying to get back out there with friends as well. Like I said, it has been some time since you've been in separation with this person on your mind. So I think you're trying to maybe, just maybe move on, or at least have a different mindset about this situation is really what I'm getting. I think with this person that's on your mind, given the time and the separation that's between you, you probably are unsure of what the next steps might be. And that's why you're trying to get back out there, have more fun with friends. And like I said, you may have even been set up on a date or gone on a couple of dates at the moment. So yeah, I will say too, I feel like you're a bit stuck. So I have been trying to record this message a couple of times and it just won't record. So it says to me that while you're still getting out there, then I think that you might be feeling quite stuck with this connection with this person on your mind as well. And that will be to do with the separation between the two of you. I think it has been some time since you've actually seen this person, since you've had any physical contact with this person. All right, so let's shuffle. Let's see what other cards come out. Let's just get more energy into this. Oh. And I feel like one more. Let's get one more. Oh, there it is. All right, so let's see what we've got here. So that actually came out last, so we'll look at that card last. All right, well, that's actually a little bit magic, the way that those cards have come out. So we've got the runner and the chaser together, which is, like I said, that's actually a little bit magic. So I have a feeling that you do feel that you might even be in a twin flame connection with this, given that we've got the runner and chaser dynamic there. But definitely in this relationship, then you felt like the chaser, and you've been we've actually got the chaser running after this person. Look, and then we've got the runner running away. So, like I said, that's a little magic, the way that that's come out. So I think that in this relationship or in this connection that you had with this person on your mind, then you definitely felt like you were the chaser and that they were in that running energy. That is very typical of a twin flame journey. So you probably do identify with the twin flame dynamic, and and you will have your really, the chaser is all about that longing veil. So you'll have your longing veil on, and this person on your mind will be, probably in an avoidant veil as well. Both of you, though, it looks like have been dealing with your codependency issues, so fear of abandonment. So that, so yourself, so fear of losing someone, fear of abandonment, very codependent, or you were. So I think that this is part of your shadow that you've actually been examining. I feel like this might be old energy, and that you are learning to heal this stuff out. So, so that real codependency on others for validation, for really to make yourself feel good, is really looking for those outside influences, those outside connections to be able to do that. And so consequently, you really attracted in a runner. So that is that avoidant personality. So someone who does have that fear of intimacy, someone who is quite in their ego. So that's all around the runner dynamic as well. And I think that, that these are the issues that you two have been trying to heal out. So you're both looking at your shadow. You're definitely looking at your shadow. And I think that you are hoping that your runner, or the person on your mind, is also in the same energy, that they're also trying to heal out their shadow as well. So just to digress a little bit, as I said, I do get a feeling that you are identifying with a twin flame connection, and I think that is what I'm going to be reading here. I feel that I'm speaking to the chaser, or the divine feminine. So there's always a masculine and a feminine energy within the twin flame dynamic. Typically, the feminine has the chaser, or the um, or the longing veil, is what the chaser has, and then you've got the runner who's then got that avoidant veil on, and that's typically the masculine. So I do feel that it's the feminine that I'm speaking to here, and it's the masculine that is on your mind at the moment. It's a pretty special journey, the twin flame journey. And like I said, I feel like you have been on this journey for a little while. That's why there has been this separation between the two of you. Now, lightning, something I think has just come in. Something might have just come across your table. This is my my message, or my card, to say that a message has come in. So I think that either something has come in, that this divine masculine has just reached out, which has really put you into a little bit of turmoil, I think. Either that, or you've just found out something about this masculine. is what I'm thinking. So either there could be something around a third party, or just something that's really shocking that's happened with this masculine is what I'm feeling. It's really like a bolt of lightning. It's a really shocking um, thing to you. So I have this image of you looking at your phone and just being like really like really really surprised when that message came through. Um, so I think this might have, I will confirm this, but I think something has come across your table. Um, with the golden mirror here, this is just confirming what I have been saying. So with the runner and chaser energy, so the masculine and feminine will mirror each other, and that's really what you need to do. And that's part of the whole journey, is that you will, in separation, you will be mirroring each other and what you're going through. So um, it really is like holding up a mirror to each other. So the whole point of the twin flame journey is to highlight all of those issues that you need to be healing out, which is exactly what happens with the divine masculine and divine feminine. You do trigger all of those areas within each other's lives which you need to heal out. And that's that baggage, that emotional baggage that we've been carrying with us since childhood, and that most people avoid healing out. Most people really don't want to deal with it, but if you are on this twin flame journey, then essentially your guides, your spirit team have stepped in and said, actually, now is the time that you need to be healing this out. They've actually triggered, they've sent on your twin flame to trigger this in you. You've then been separated, which is what happens in the twin flame dynamic. You were then separated so that you can do your healing separately. And to digress again, you are separated because that level of healing can't happen while you're both together. The type of healing that has to happen, the masculine with the avoidant veil and you with the longing veil, you've each got your own lessons to learn. You've each got your own karmic journey to go on. It's not possible to provide those lessons to each other because there's just too much love there between the two of you. You have to be separated, and then karmic relationships and situations will then come into your lives as a means to heal this out, so that ultimately you will be brought back into alignment again, back into reunion. But it takes time. This is not a quick journey. The twin flame journey is not easy and it's not quick. But I think that's where you are at the moment. So there has been separation for a little while. You are mirroring each other, so you're both trying to heal out this runner and chaser energy that you've both got. Like I said, though, I think that something has just come across your table, and this is with Cupid's arrow here. So we've got have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitational meeting. So there we go. I think these two cards are really confirming each other because I think something has just come in. So I think, so it's Sunday, so it's Saturday here. So it was Friday night last night. So potentially this person was out last night and has messaged you. I'm getting that sense. Maybe this was like a junk text that came in. Is also what I'm feeling. I'm also getting a feeling as well that you've found out something. So for some of you, this wasn't a message necessarily coming through from your masculine. This was this is something that somebody has come through and told you, which was really quite shocking about this person. And then confirming here again with girl with the snake. So we've got empath, narcissist. I think you feel that there is a third party around your person. This is the sort of like the fake empath card as well. So, so someone who might have come across, as very caring and very loving. I think in the background is actually got that snake energy. So you are being told to actually be a little bit careful here as well. I'm just feeling that energy coming in. And also this relates to third parties. as well. So I think that this is to do with this message or this information that has just come across your table. Is this girl with a snake? But we will actually break down into this a little bit more. Just want to get just this girl with a snake. I just want to get one more card for that, just to confirm what we're talking about here with girl with a snake. Oh, I've got, okay. Okay, there's actually more coming out. Oh, wow. So we've got hammer, and then we've also got boat as well. So just dealing with the hammer card. So under girl with the snake, we've got hammer. So we've got sabotage, rebuilding, persistence, working on it. So typically my hammer card is when there has been a tower, and this is the healing from the tower. So we're rebuilding after pain. So generally it's a healing card, but sabotage, so it's actually healing from sabotage. So I think that what you have found out is that there was someone that you had a lot of trust in, who you found out was has sabotaged you. And I think that it has caused a tower. It could also be in this person's life as well, and you're trying to rebuild from it, trying to move on from this girl with the snake. The other one here as well is boat. I hope you can see that. So boat is all around progression, moving on, closure issues. So it's real that Six of Swords energy. So moving on to calmer waters. Like I said, this girl with the snake, I think, has caused a lot of issues, and I think that this is someone who you thought was you could trust. I think they've actually really caused a tower moment here, is what I'm getting, and this is this lightning that has come around. Either you found this out, or this has happened in your masculine's life, which has pushed him to then reach out to you. All right, so we will break this down further. I just want to get the tarot now. I want to move into what actually really breaks this down. So I'm just going to ring that out. All right, so you should know pretty quickly now if that's reflecting your energy or not. So let's get this. All right, Spirit. So like I said, I'm going to use the Sacred Web Tarot deck. It is a beautiful deck that I received not so long ago. It's just got really illustrations. It's really quite a magic deck. Yeah, so it's by Janine Brown. So it's just really beautiful. So let's get into it. Beautiful. All right, so I just want to really break down this connection and see what's going on. Just do a quick shuffle here, trying to get the cards. Okay, what's going on around this beautiful collective? What's happening in this connection? I haven't finished shuffling it, but I will take that card. All right, I'm just going to split the deck to see what's happening. All right, so we've got, so just splitting the deck to see what comes out here, just to give us our overall ruling energy. So we have the snake here. So funnily enough, that snake has come up again. So this is the devil card in this deck. So we've got the snake coming around, the tree of life there. So this is the devil card, but we've got the devil card in reverse. So the devil card in reverse is all about those internal issues that you've been trying to heal out. So this is very much around shadow as well. So really it's internally, which is what you have been trying to heal out, is it's very focused at the moment on that devil energy. So your addictions, I'm getting the feeling there may have been addictions in the relationship with the two of you that you're trying to heal out. Also, other things to do with your shadow as well, like we were saying. So codependency, relying on others for self-esteem, really. So relying on others for appreciation and to really reflect back to you what you think about yourself. So you've been really examining that, and I feel that you're moving on to much bigger and better things. I think that you've done a lot of work. I think that you have been on this journey for a while. I'm getting that feeling. That there's been a lot of inner work done, really self-examination, real introspection, really looking inwards and trying to heal out this shadow of yours. Really just, I'm getting the sense of inadequacy as well. So I think that maybe you didn't know how to put your needs before others. I think you were a very giving person and you didn't know how to put your needs before others. So it's all around your shadow work that you're doing. All with the devil in reverse, all about those internal issues that you've been going through. We've also got the Five of Wands here, but the Five of Wands is in reverse. So the Five of Wands is a lot of conflict. So the fact that would come up with with your inner with your inner work, and the work that you've been doing with self-reflection, and you've got then the Five of Wands, but then in reverse. So you're coming out of that conflict. So a lot of inner conflict, essentially, to take the cards quite literally, is there was a lot of inner conflict going on, which you're now moving out of. You're now moving away from that. Six of Swords energy. I wonder if the Six of Swords will come out. Just really moving on to calmer waters. I feel like there's a lot of positivity around you as well. Really good things on the horizon you're really trying to move through to, is what I'm getting. All right, so let's just keep going. All right, so what's happening with this connection? What's happening with this connection? All right, we've already had come out. That wanted to come out again. All right, I'll just get one more card for your top row. All right, so let's just deal with this top row first. So here, so in this deck, this is the star. This is the star deck. This is the star card. So it's beautiful. I hope that's coming up properly on camera, because the artwork of this deck is just beautiful. So, we've got the little frog here jumping up to the star. So this is all around destiny. So this is you finding your path in life, which is what this connection has done. This has really pushed you onto your path. I also think that you view this this connection as your destiny. It's all about mission work as well. So this is your current energy, current relationship. So the current state of this connection. So I think that you see this person as your destiny. It's real, that star card. It's around Kundalini as well. So it's around, finding balance within your chakras, balancing out your yin and yang. It's a really quite a beautiful card. So I think you may have actually found your mission work. So maybe you are a reader yourself with this. Maybe you do some type of other mission work, some type of other healing work, along the lines of Reiki, spiritual counseling. Maybe I think that that this connection really pushed you into your divine path. Even though we've got a lot of pain, which is caused through the separation, I'm getting the sense that you've really stepped into your divine journey and really what you're supposed to be doing in this world. Also, you see this person as your destiny as well. You see this person as your divine being, as your divine counterpart, and that that it is written in the stars. Is I think what you're feeling. We've then got the Ten of Wands, but we've got the Ten of Wands. This is in reverse. I'll just show you this card. So this is the Ten of Wands card here. But then we've got this in the reverse. So Ten of Wands is all around burdens. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of opportunities and just a lot of issues going on in your world that really burden you and really weigh you down. You're coming out of that, which is why I think that you're feeling along on your healing journey. You're actually coming out of that Ten of Wands energy, which is a really beautiful thing. This is also around the connection as well. So I think this connection probably made you feel quite burdened. That real Ten of Wands energy at one point. I think this was a blocker, was that Ten of Wands energy. There was just a lot that happened within the relationship. I feel that there was quite a lot of conflict. I think that you it really made you feel quite burdened. I think there were some real sleepless nights there as well, as what I'm getting. And I think that you're now coming out of that through the separation. You've done a lot of reflection. You've really understanding now in relationships is what you will and you won't accept. What you deserve. And I think that you are now starting to put down those wands and say, actually, I don't need to be burdened with this anymore. And also with your inner child work that I know that you've been doing, there were a lot of burdens with that as well that you were carrying around. Like you've probably been carrying those wands with all of your life, and you're learning now to put those down, to put down those Ten of Wands, and then move into the next phase. So I'm also seeing the World cards, so moving into your next cycle, which is really beautiful. But I definitely think that that's been a blocker, both within this relationship and just within your life in general. I think were these burdens and this childhood baggage, that you've been carrying around, which you no longer need to carry around. I think you've put a lot of that down now, which is a really beautiful energy. We then got the Three, so just to show you this, so this is the Three of Pentacles, but then the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So I think this was another blocker for you. So the Three of Pentacles in the upright is all around collaboration, learning, being that student, and it's really a collaboration card. You're getting advice. It's also my advice card as well. So going out, speaking with others, advice. The fact that that's in the reverse leads me to think that you were in a little bit of isolation, that you weren't getting out, you weren't collaborating. Potentially as well, you weren't listening to others when they were giving you advice as well. That there was a real blocker with this, with this Three of Pentacles. This also could relate to your actual pinnacle path as well, your pentacle path, I should say pentacle path, is that there might have been blockers with this. So you, as a result of this connection and maybe the heartache and the heartbreak with this connection, this could have also affected your pentacle path. Maybe this person themselves, whether they know it or not, might have actually had a serious impact on your pentacle path as well. I'm getting that feeling. But like I said, I think you're moving on from this now. Whatever issues have been there, that heartache, that sadness, I feel like you're moving out of that. You're putting those burdens down, the Ten of Wands in reverse, putting those burdens down, moving on to that next phase in your life, which I feel is really positive. We've got here as well, we've got that Snake in reverse again. So we've got the Devil card in reverse. Like I said, there's been a lot of, inner work done, inner reflection done for you, with that. Also too, like I said, I think this connection really forced you to focus. I feel like that there were addictions within this connection as well. I think you're both dealing we're both dealing with addictions. Your masculine might still be there. I think you are further along in the healing journey than what he is, which is to be expected. The feminine will always lead the way when it comes to that healing journey and stepping into your divine power, just through the nature of an avoidant veil and a longing veil. The longing veil, through the pain of it, very quickly pushes the feminine to look and to analyze her shadow, or the feminine shadow. And so you start the healing journey really quite quickly, once separation with your divine happens. Just the sheer pain of it, just pushes you into looking at yourself. Whereas the masculine with the avoidant veil, they are avoiding that for as long as they possibly can. So they just end up delaying the whole process they have to go through, until they eventually give into the healing journey. But that can take some time. So that masculine, will have his running boots on. He'll have that on for as long as he possibly can. His spirit team and the divine will continuously put karmic relationships and karmic situations into his life until he eventually surrenders to that healing journey. When I say karmic relationship as well, it can be romantic, but it might not necessarily be romantic. It could be, work relationships. It could be relationships with friends, business partners, things along those lines. So it's not necessarily romantic, although, it often is. But it is other situations in his life that will try to highlight that inner child work that has to be done. And they will continue to put tower moments in his life until he surrenders and he can actually then step onto his healing journey. But that can take some time, like I said, because they are avoiding. They will avoid for as long as possible having to deal with that, which is all part of their shadow. So that whole longing veil is all part of their shadow. It's a way that they have learned to cope, with tough situations, back starting from their childhood. Is that the easiest way to deal with something is to not deal with it, just to shut down and distract yourself with other things, which is why I'm thinking that this person, and even maybe yourself, really likes to numb out that pain, numb out reality, which is why I'm definitely seeing this devil in reverse here, around substances as well. So I'm, potentially alcohol, gambling, things along those lines, which, like I said, might have also been an issue for you as well. But you are further ahead in this journey than what he is. Yeah. And then we've got, this is actually the Magician, this card, but we've got the Magician in reverse, which says to me that there have been blockers. So blockers in this relationship. What you have been trying to manifest in with this relationship hasn't been coming through, and I think we've actually got a fair bit of frustration with that as well. But yeah, so I think that you have been trying to call this person in, or at least, a new version of them is what I don't think that you want the old version of this person. I think you've been trying to call an old version in, but there have been blockers with that. So that's, it's in the reverse here. So I don't think that's come in. I think I'd probably need to remind you that, your twin flame or your divine masculine is not a karmic. You can't actually call them in. That would be lovely if we could, but we can't call them in, not like you can with a karmic relationship. The divine connection is protected by the divine. Only your angel team will know when that can be released to you. So I would just say, look, I know that it's frustrating, but try not to be too frustrated with the fact that this hasn't come in yet. I will get message cards here just to see what your divine masculine, what his next move will be, what his next steps are. But let's just get a few more cards just to confirm this row. All right, so we've got the star card. So you see this person as your destiny, as your divine. We've got the Two of Pentacles has just come up there. All right, let's keep going. Two of Pentacles. This is the Chariot card. Source of Fire. So in this deck, Source of Fire is relating to, it's the source is a king, and the source of fire is the Wands energy. So that's King of Wands energy. We've got this. So this is the Karmic Wheel. This card in this deck. So that's the Major Arcana, the Karmic Wheel. And then we've got Seer of Earth. Also, apologies. It's actually the Seer is the King energy. So this is King of Pentacles. This energy. The source is the Queen. So the Queen of Fire. Apologies. So there'll be a reason why I said King of fire. So you could be dealing with a fire sign. I have a feeling I saw the King of Wands there. So he could be a Sagittarius or a Leo, I'm getting straight away as well. But yeah, or you could be a fire sign as well. There could be that. Yeah, so Sagittarius or Leo is what I'm getting. Maybe Aries as well, maybe. So those are the three fire signs, or you could be one of those. But also too, fire is just about a lot of energy around you at the moment. So let's just get back into these cards. So we've got the Destiny card, which is what you see this person to be. You see this person to be your destiny. You're also stepping into your mission work, into your path, into what you should be doing with this world. And then we've got the Two of Pentacles underneath. So I think that while you do see this person as your destiny, I think that you're trying to balance this out. So that's all around, work-life balance really is the Two of Pentacles. And I think that you are trying to find balance in the connection, or you're wanting a balanced connection, which potentially, wasn't there. But also I think that you are trying to, I'm coming back to your pentacle path and all of the great stuff that's happening with you, and stepping into your divine feminine, is you are trying to balance, between work life and home life. Maybe you've actually got a lot going on at the moment. I feel like it's a real positive energy, but you do have a lot going on at the moment. So you are trying to balance things, and I think you're also asking yourself as, where would this connection fit within your world now? If there has been this shocking revelation that's come through, I can't actually see that this has come up in the cards. I want to tap into that a little bit more, the shocking revelation. But if there has been this, this truth that's come through, if this has been around somebody that you have, thought that was very close to you, maybe there's been some sort of betrayal here to do with this person on your mind, to do with your divine masculine. This shocking truth that's come about, or he's revealed something to you as well. If your divine masculine has revealed something to you, I think that you're trying to find the balance, in that, is this, when you've got so much other stuff to be focusing on, do you really need to be bothering with all of this drama? Essentially, I'm just feeling like there's just a lot of, it's quite dramatic, whatever you found out. And I think you're just trying to ask yourself as to whether this is all worth it, really. And you're just trying to find that balance between, what you've got going on in your pentacle path. I think you've got some really good things. You could have also just come into some really good news with that. Also, I'm just seeing maybe you just come into some money as well. I'm getting that feeling. So I think you've just got a lot of really positive stuff going on around you. Then we've got, that 10 of Wands energy that you're coming out of. So you're coming out of those burdens. And then we've got this here is the Chariot card in this deck. So you've actually got the two wolves there. And it's around, really concerted effort, something you've been working on for a long time, really trying to, come through to fruition. It's a lot of determination here. And I think, that this is around, your healing path and putting down those wands that you've been carrying, that baggage that you've been carrying so long, and putting that down. And there's been a lot of work that's gone into that, which is really to be commended. Like I said, I really get the feeling like you're starting to turn a cycle, that karmic wheel is really starting to turn in your favor. We actually do have the wheel card here. As well. I might even just talk to this row because that's come straight out. So we do have the wheel card. Actually, no, apologies. That's not the wheel card. That's actually the justice card. There's a reason why I kept seeing the wheel and why that came out as a wheel. That's actually the justice card. So we will come back to that row, but I just keep seeing the wheel just turning in your favor. Which I think that you know that's what's happening. It's really positive. Then we came to those Three of Pentacles in reverse, and then to confirm that, then we've got the Source of Fire. So we've got the Queen of Wands. Now the Queen of Wands is a real beautiful energy. So I think you're stepping out of that reverse Three of Pentacles, and you're coming into your Queen of Wands energy, which is really exciting and confirms what we've been talking about. The Queen of Swords is a really dynamic energy. She knows exactly what she wants. She's really beautiful as well. So people around her, admire her beauty. The Queen of Wands, she's really, quite a saucy sort of a character, which is what I think you are as well. I don't normally say those words, but maybe that's sort of how you're feeling at the moment. Maybe you're going through a real glow up yourself, and you are really stepping into, that Queen of Wands energy. This is probably how the person on your mind sees you as well. Is that real beauty, a real go-getter, someone. You also could be an entrepreneur as well. Maybe that's what all of this, trying to find this work-life balance is about, is maybe you are about to start your own business. I'm getting that feeling as well, a real entrepreneur energy coming through with this Queen of Wands, which is really exciting. So if that is the case, I certainly, wish you all the best with it. That's very exciting. So then we come down here, we've got, so those internal, that real internal devil energy that you've been dealing with. And then we've got the Justice card. I know I kept saying the wheel. It's not the wheel, it's the Justice card. I think that for a long time, you have been going through this real dark energy, and there's really about to be some justice here. I also think that you want to see justice in the relationship between the two of you. This is also it's a legal card as well. So for some of you, there may have been, as a result of, of this shadow work, maybe of those addictions that you've been dealing with, there could have been legal matters that came out as a result of that. But I think that you are seeing justice here now. You are feeling justice in your life. You can actually see those things coming around you, coming to fruition, which is what we're dealing with here. So we've got the Magician in reverse, with all of those blockages, with manifestations not coming in. But then you're moving into Seer of Earth. So this is all around, so the Seer, or the King of Pentacles, is really, really stable energy. That is, it's probably, it's one of my favorite cards, to be fair. I know there have been a lot of blockages, but you are moving into this real, in your life, in your pentacles, this real stability, both financially and I'm going to say emotionally as well. You're really stepping into that there's been a lot of work and concerted effort that's happened. and you're really stepping into that energy. I think you're also hoping that your divine masculine is also stepping into his earth energy as well. Oh, sorry, his I just said earth energy, so I'm thinking he might even be an earth sign. So Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus is the other one. But a really just a stable energy is what you're hoping for. So while there have been blockages and manifestations, and and certainly what you're trying to bring in with this, with your divine masculine, you're hoping that he is in this real stable energy. That he's got all of his pinnacles around him, and that you're able to be calling that in to yourself. Yeah, we will actually get more for this. I really want to see the energy that's around your masculine. So what energy is he in? So this is sort of your overall situation here, but I want to break down into the masculine. I want to see what's going on over there. All right, I just want to bring that out. So I'm going to deal with this deck again. I will deal with this deck. We'll just give them a reshuffle. I just want to see what's happening with your masculine. What is the current situation with your masculine? All right, I'll get these cards first. So I just want to see what the current situation is with your masculine. Which cards came out? This one, I think, was first. I've got these here. I feel like this should go here, like this. That's what I'm feeling. Let's just see how we feel with that. Let's go with that. So we've got the 10 of, put these down here. Sorry, not the 10, we've got the 8. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. So the 8 of Pentacles with your divine masculine. So that is all around him trying to really work on his pentacle path at the moment. Is what he's trying to do. That's all around, concerted effort, really trying to lay down roots. Is all around the 8 of Pentacles. So I think that's really what he's trying to do. I see here that we've actually got it's a goat. I always see a goat when I look at this. So you could be dealing with an Aries as well, is what I'm getting. I can also see here, so this always reminds me of like 2 little swans when I look at these. When I look at this card, and the swan is, it's the soulmate. It's the symbol to me that represents a soulmate. The 2 swans together. It's also a bit of a love heart. So I think that I'm getting the feeling that he feels, that you are his divine feminine as well, that you are counterparts. But he's currently working on his pinnacle path. He's trying to actually lay down foundation here. So you've both got the Star card, but his is in reverse. So I think that there are, like I said, I think he's you're further along in this journey than what he is. And the Star card in reverse would mean that there's sort of blockages around his destiny, around his path at the moment. It's really what he's trying to focus on. I just think that there's blockers there with that, and then that leads us into the 3 of Cups energy as well, which really confirms, that around his, lack of direction at the moment. Maybe I'm just getting a real blocked feeling, like a real, just a sense like he might Yeah, it's just he's not quite there yet, is what I'm getting. I'm not sure if the universe is really going to give me much more information than that, but um, yeah, these are his blockers, really. Um, but he's been in, so this here is the Hermit card. So he's been in deep reflection on everything. He really has. So he's been going through his own healing journey in introspection. Like I said, I think he's on this journey with you. You guys are mirroring each other. So he is looking at his running boots. He is looking at what's going on over there in his world. But I think he's just a little bit further, a little bit behind you in the journey, because the Hermit in reverse speaks to someone who who's done a lot of introspection and is now aware of what they want in relationships, what they expect. They've really examined themselves. They've examined the relationships around them, and they're now coming out of that energy. And they understand what they deserve, what they want in relationships. And then we've got the Ten of Pentacles. So this is, I mean, the Ten of Pentacles is a really beautiful card. I mean, that is completion. That is also how I feel that he sees you, is his ultimate Ten of Pentacles. Um, a Ten of Pentacles means you've really, you've hit you've hit your pentacle path. You've really come to the end of a cycle. You've really sowed those seeds. You've become. You've seen. You've put in the hard yards, and you're coming out to that Ten of Pentacles energy, which is ultimately what I think that he wants to get to with you. Is that Ten of Pentacles. I think that he sees you as the Ten of Pentacles, and I think that that's the energy that he wants to get to with you. But like I said, at the moment, I'm just getting this sense that he is a little bit stuck at the moment. I think work is a real focus for him at the moment. So you might know that, or you might have intuition about that as well. So we've got the Earth, so Student of Earth in reverse. So Student of Earth is the Page, so the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So that speaks to lost opportunities, which is also how I think that he sees you, is a lost opportunity. And we've then got the Three of Wands, but then the Three of Wands in reverse. The Three of Wands in the upright talks about distance and about trying, and about, ships coming in. So in the reverse to me is he's trying to actually close out that distance between the two of you, or he would ultimately like to close out that distance. As to whether that will happen, I'll get a couple of cards just to see his true intentions in this connection, just to see what's happening. And if he, ultimately, what are his actions towards you going to be? All right, so let's do that. Let's just ring that out. And I just want to get to see what his intentions for you are going to be. So we'll get these ones. Here we're going to get the Love Island Wellness. So I just want to see what his intentions are. What are his intentions? They're being quite picky. All right, so what are his intentions towards this collective? I have a feeling you have got something coming into you. Look at this. So we've got Healing Heart. So to confirm what we have been talking about, he has been going through, he's been really going through it with the Healing Heart. So he's really looking at, doing the introspection, healing out his shadow. I think that he's been on this journey for a little while, like I keep saying, not as far along as what you are, but I think he's definitely on this healing journey. So if that's something that you need a confirmation about, I do believe that he is on it. I also think that as a result of the connection with you, I think that there was a lot of hurt here on his side. You may not know that, or you may do, but I think that this connection did cause him a lot of pain, which, is to be expected, especially if you two are divine counterparts. You are really supposed to rip away, those layers and highlight all of that trauma in each other. So it wouldn't surprise me if there has been a lot of hurt that he is trying to heal out from. So girl talks, we've got time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. I don't think that this is him at the moment, although I mean, maybe he is trying to. This was also your energy as well, right? So, and don't forget, you both are mirroring each other. So maybe he's also trying to get over this heartbreak, trying to heal it out. Maybe he's also trying to get out there, just to talk more with friends, get out there, socialize along those sort of things. Just trying to maybe get over this heartache that he's gone through with you. I'm thinking. But look, we've got talking more, and we've also got cassette as well. So this is really around reminiscing. So this is that 6 of Cups energy, which is why I'm thinking we've also got talking more and conversing, right? Awaiting a message, text, call, email, hovering. So which is why I'm thinking that you may have a message coming to you soon, is what I'm thinking. He actually might be about to reach out, which is also here with Hand of Cards. This might be a really important symbol to you. The Ace of Clubs. Maybe you might even have a tattoo, or he may have a tattoo of that. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but so taking a chance. He is wanting to reach out to you here. So options, I think that he wants to reach out. I really do. I think that he's got photos of you as well. He's probably, I'm thinking maybe a couple of sneaky videos of you, but he is wanting to reach out, and he's wanting to send that message. If he hasn't already, let's get a couple more. Because I'm just reminded of that first deck that we've got, that something has come across your table. So either he's about to reach out, or it's already come in. Like it's already come in, and you were just trying to decide as to how to deal with it. I just want to confirm this top row. All right, what have we got here? So we've got separation. Well, that's confirming that. So you guys are in separation. So this separation has, so he's trying to heal out from that. It's definitely affected him as well, as it has with both of you. So both of you are trying to heal out from this separation, from the heartache that's been caused as a result here. Girl talk, we've got heart with a key. So welcoming love, meeting the one, opening heart. Yeah, I would say, so you still hold the key to his heart as he does to yours, which is why I'm thinking that either a message is about to come through, like that real quick action, or something has already come through. And you, like I said, you're just trying to find out what to do here. I am getting the overwhelming sense that if he has reached out and you're not quite sure what to do, I think just take it slow. Make sure that whatever whatever offer has come through, whatever you're seeing from him is actually honoring the journey that you've been on. Is what he's offering, is this message that's come through, is it something that is it worthy of you, would be my question. And as well, if that truth has come through, if you have found something out, this shocking revelation, then like I said, I'd be really asking, if he does reach out, or if he has already reached out, are you honoring yourself in your reply? So talking, so keys on a ring, so many options, decisions. I think this is him hovering. Yeah, I think that this is him. He could also be stalking you on social media. Maybe he's liked one of your stories as well, or maybe you've seen something on social media. I'm just got that sense, but I think that he's potentially might be in your energy and looking through. Maybe he thinks that you've got a lot of options going on at the moment, which if you're getting out there and dating, and potentially putting yourself onto a dating website, just circling back to that first deck, maybe he's got, understanding of this. Maybe he's heard about it. Yeah, so keys on a ring, lightning. So here we go. So shocking news. It's come up again. I certainly think that this person's about to reach out. There it is. So cassettes, outdated thinking. So he's looking at old photos of you. He's really reminiscing. And then here we go. So lightning. So coming through again. Like I said, either this has just come through or it's about to come through to you. And then finally, we've got taking a chance in Grim Reaper. So the relationship is over, no second chances. So this is really around new growth though. So in this context, if he's wanting to take a chance, wanting to come through to you, then he's wanting to start something new with you, start a new cycle, is what I'm getting. Beautiful. So I think we know where he's at the moment. I think he's really wanting he's really reminiscing. I think he's really wanting to reach out. And like I said, I would just be really careful if he does, or if he already has. Just take it slow, think about it, and just determine if this message is honoring you or not. Is this really a time for a reunion or not? That's what I'm feeling. So just very quickly, I'm just going to get a couple of message cards from your person, the person on your mind. Get a couple of message cards. All right, I feel like that is it. I've actually got quite a few here. So what's the first one we're looking at here? So think before, there we go. Think before you act. There we go. So I think that that's your team really telling you that you need to just take it slow at the moment. Just think before you reach out. If this person has reached out, if you found out a truth, just stop, think, take it slow, which is what I was just thinking before. The number 9, and have I lost everything? So I think this is very much playing over in his mind at the moment. If he does reach out, will you reject him or will you be speaking with him? I think that goes over his mind. The number 2, so my life started when I met you. I believe that. So he still sees you as his divine counterpart. There is a lot of love here between the two of you. So I think that's really beautiful. So my life started when I met you. I'm a very jealous person. This will be part of his shadow, but like I said, I have a feeling that he's gotten wind that you are back out there dating, which might also be why he wants to come in. That actually might be the final trigger for him, is the fact that he's found out that you might be getting out there also, trying to have, fun. Whether you're actually dating or you've just been on a couple of dates, he probably doesn't know. But yeah, it's something he's found out. It's not sitting well. Do you even care? So that would make sense, like if he has, found something about you, if he has been stalking on social media, do you even care? Are you dating other people? Would you even give him another chance? Oh, there we go. I sometimes wonder if you care. So that's coming back out again. Yeah, I think that this is a real block for this masculine. I think that he does think that you've got many options. And I wonder what this final card is. Number 15, I'm addicted to you. So like I said, I very much think that this masculine is about to reach out, or he already has. But you are being guided that you need to think before you act. Take it slow. Ask yourself is if your reaction to this message, is it going to be honoring this beautiful journey that you've been on? The numbers you also could be seeing as well as 1315. So 1315, that could be an important day to you. And 92 as well. So you could be seeing a lot of twos, a lot of repeating numbers. Number 92. Also 26. I'm hearing 26. That also might be a number as well. Oh, beautiful. So that concludes the reading for today. I hope that you have found some guidance there, some comfort. Yeah, would be great. Would be great to hear from you, just to see how all of that's going. Feel free to comment below to see, how this has gone. Like I said, it would be great to hear from you, just to see, what ended up happening. Although it'll probably pop up in the cards sooner or later. I'll see it anyway. But it would be lovely to hear. The other thing I would say too is I am a brand new channel to YouTube, and it's so lovely to be able to channel you guys. But given that I am it's such a brand new channel. If you could please like and subscribe, it would be great. It really helps out my channel, but also it allows these messages to get out to those who need to hear them. So I would ask that you do that as well. All right. Thank you so much. I will see you soon.